Check, check. What's popping, y'all? This is Lowski the First. You are now watching Play That Back, the voice for emerging hip hop. And today is Saturday, the 11th. Saturday, January 11th. It's still the top of the year. Still going at it hard. Want to get off to a good start. And I just came back from my cruise yesterday. Took a week-long cruise on MFC. That was my first cruise ever. That was hella cool. I went to the Bahamas. Got to relax, got to sightsee a little bit. A lot of drinking. Um, First cruise, it was definitely dope. I would recommend that to anybody who's never been on a cruise. My cruise left out from Miami, and while I've been gone, there's been a lot of things happening. Specifically, um, with Joey Badass in the West Coast, and I do want to get into that. Also, want to talk about some current events like the fires that are happening in Cali. I want to send my condolences to anybody who lost someone out there, or if you lost a crib, you lost some property, a pet, whatever. Um, our hearts go out to you. My heart goes out to y'all over there. I can't imagine what it's like to lose things in a fire. Lost a crib before, but never experienced a fire. Thank God. I've never had to experience that. There's also hella snow happening within the Atlanta area. I know they don't get snow that much, and like they had snowfall, and that caused a lot of flight cancellations. And it affected a lot of people. Thank God I didn't have to get on a flight after I left the cruise. I know a lot of people after they got off the cruise, their flights were canceled and they had to stay in Miami. But luckily for me, I live here. I don't got to go back to the cold. I can. I basically live at where people vacation. That's the good thing about living here. There are some downsides, but you know there are more pros than cons. All right, let's so get into it. Let's get into it. Joey Badass faces the West Coast. He opened up the floodgates when he dropped the rulers back. Yes, he did. He opened up the floodgates. I don't think he knew what he was getting into. Um, I don't know. I don't think he expected so many people to reply because there's a lot of replies, and so far the most notable replies come from Daylight, which is a TDE affiliate. I'm not sure if he is on TDE. We're gonna check that. If you don't know Daylight, he is a battle rapper. Um, was on the Smack URL scene, on the King of the Dot scene. Um, yeah, he's actually one of my favorite battle rappers, I would say. And he battled Charlie Clips, killed it. And he's been doing his thing online for a long time. And just with like memes and like trolling and getting people's attention. I don't know if y'all remember he was saying yo, say Lil Uzi Vert's name fast. And if you say it fast 3 times, it's gonna sound like Lucifer. He's been on the internet just doing his thing. For those of y'all who don't know who Daylight is, but like when it comes to like lyricism and bars, he is incredible. Um, yeah, I don't think he is down with TDE. I just googled. He's not signed to TDE, but he does rep them. He's also been a ghostwriter for Drake, and released a track called "High You," and I really like the "High You" track. I think it was super clever. The wordplay was hella catchy. A lot of people from the East Coast is not feeling it. Surprisingly, I posted it up on the Play That Back Instagram and TikTok, and there's a lot of mixed comments. Let's take a look at the comments on the Play That Back page for How You. Let's take at the comment. Look at the comments for How You. Oh, let me not play that so we won't get a copyright strike. But let's take a look at those comments. Just share the screen real quick. Boom. Check out the How You comments. Let's get it. That's trash, Daylight. Not gonna lie. He said, one dude said, that's trash. Daylight. Not gonna lie. My favorite battle rapper, but this ain't it. I think this is bugging. He said a lot of clever things in this song. Like I feel like you have to be from New York or know about New York to know what the hell he's talking about. Somebody, people call him the spawn of rap. Daylight. Somebody said Daylight is one of the ones, but this one for him is only okay. I understand he was trying to be diplomatic, but come on now, like, yeah, he really didn't send like a direct diss. It's more like a warning shot. It's more like um him kind of tippy toeing around the subject. Not he's not tippy toeing around the subject, but just like not he ain't saying no names. He didn't say no names. He aimed at a Brooklyn borough. He aimed at the borough of Brooklyn, but he didn't really say no names. Somebody said shout out Daylight, but Joey could his hold his own for sure. I think that's what they were trying to say. Someone said shut up Daylight. Nobody care about his weak ass. um, People were saying Beast Coast for life, but talk Daylight. Daylight writes for Drake. He's compromised. Trash. A lot of people said trash. Some people threw a fire emoji. Some people said this is horrible. Some people said this track go good. Some people said this is not good. So it's mixed reviews. I really like it. Um, but I'm glad to see like people from I guess East Coast of New York sticking up for Joey Badass. Let's take a look at the How You lyrics. And this song is How You because like in New York, that's how people talk. Yo, how you? How you doing? Like how you? You good? You been good? How you? But he wrote it Hi You, HIYU. In New York, we say how you, like how you doing? HOWU. How you doing? But he put how you. And we're gonna take a look at some of the lyrics and like he's being very clever with it, like shouting out different people and giving credit to people. It starts off by saying my demeanor going right through him. Credit line of max, we overstacking, and that's like a homage to Max being stacked bundles. Steez on my arm, we came for the capital. Capital Steez was down with Pro Era, Joey Badass and them. Um, we're gonna move on to the second verse. He says something like chopped cheese, fresh butters. LA High in Soho was my brother's soul. Told me it's another road. You gotta go east to tackle the beast. Talking about Beast Coast. That's what Joey Badass called their collective. I think it's Pro Era, Flapper Zombies, and Underachievers, a bunch of other cats. I'm surprised. I want to hear them speak up. I want to hear them speak up. And we haven't got a reply from Joey yet. But my favorite part of the song is when he says to my niggas out in Harlem, thanks for all that you've done. To them niggas over the bridge, we tell them don't be dumb. And that's the title of ASAP Rocky's upcoming album. He said to the uptown, to the downtown, to the midtown, I love y'all. The West up, but I will never dub y'all. That's like a double entendre. The West is up, but I will never dub y'all. Like dub y'all, like get the win, but I will never dub y'all. Saying like I will never play y'all. Like in New York, we say that's a dub when like something's over or something's whack. That's a dub for that. The West up, but I will never dub y'all. I think a lot of people didn't get what Daylight was saying. If you're not from New York, you're not gonna get it. He's a West Coast dude, but speaking in East Coast slang, speaking in East Coast codes, and naming East Coast neighborhoods that a lot of people don't know about if you're not from the East Coast or haven't been in New York. And verse 3, he goes in, and I agree with this first line. Verse 3, you boys had years to show that you're the best, the clear. You boys had years to show that you're the best. I feel like that he's right. A lot of like so many people over there, like they claim they're the best. They claim they're the best lyricists. They started this hip hop and blah blah blah. But where y'all at? Nobody from New York is within the big three or even top five um talk in rap today. He said these niggas showboat first week sales mean nothing to the flow goat. 5 years later, Too Diamond of Pure Ramen never made a drill track. I never went with the climate, never followed any trends because I understood the assignment. He never made no saying basically like people in New York, they wave ride, they trend hop. They never understood their assignment. They never stuck to their original sound or like kept it like fully East Coast. Um, and I agree with what he's saying on this song, man. Let me know what y'all think because I think he's been bodying it. If you disagree, then you disagree. But I think he's been with that track right there. I think this it was a warning shot. I think that Joey needs to respond. He just came and said that one line and dipped. I don't think he was ready. I don't think Joey's ready for the smoke. Or if he like, cause he hasn't said nothing. Yeah, he if he is ready, he better be getting ready. He better be at least have like at least like 10 joints up in his sleeve right now. At least 10 new diss tracks like ready to go. I hope so. I hope he's ready. I hope like hopefully the rule is back with bait because I don't think he was ready for the shockwaves. And then you got Ray Vaughn from TDE. I'm not really familiar with Ray Vaughn. I never really heard of him. That's why every blog post you see like talking about him, they say TDE's Ray Vaughn, and I'm not sure when dude signed, but he's signed to TDE, and he came out of nowhere swinging, as he should, and excuse me, as he should come out swinging. His song is called "Crash Out Heritage," and he said some interesting things on there. The main thing he said was because the only badass the world was recognizing is Boozy. Please don't get it confused with shooting movies. We really shooting was on Soul album. So if you ask me, you're a goofy. So basically, direct ain't mad Joey. Second, um, he's talking about how shooting movies. Well, Joey wasn't in a movie. He was in Wu Tang American Saga, and so he's talking about him on that line, talking about this ain't no movie. And he said you was on Absol album. So if you ask me, you're a goofy. Like, why are you dissing us if you was on Absol's album? Man, with that one line, you know, within JC says it's funny how one verse can fuck up the whole game. Damn, Joey Badass, one verse set the whole West Coast on fire. Of course, metaphorically speaking, not literally speaking, and they having a fight right now. So we're not playing with that. But he says a lot. There's Tory Lanez. I'm not really too sure what that was about, but if we go down all the way to his verse, let me share the screen. If we go down over here, um, what did he say? He said something crazy. He said, "Just go and make them hits that you not making." Talking about Joey without hating. Dry grapes. Check the Chase account to see my stocks raising. Don't check in when you pass 10. That gets you outdated. How we ain't like that? We influence everything. Y'all niggas move out to LA just to get put on by our gangs. If you don't like the way we pop it, then stop picking up our slang. At least the homie was direct when he was mentioning y'all names. That's how you really crash out. And it's part of our heritage. Renaissance lifestyle. So if I pull up, I'm airing shit. Felt compelled to speak up since y'all been looking for charity. Now, y'all do what y'all gonna do, but just don't speak on my area. And then he says, I got love for every region, but the smart thing to do is stay the fuck away from mine. Another thing that he said that really stood out, he said, when y'all had y'all 10 minutes of fame, we ain't saying nothing, which is very true. When y'all have y'all 10 minutes, when the East Coast had their 10 minutes of fame, they ain't saying nothing. Pop Smoke was bussing. 6ix9ine was bussing. Nobody really said nothing, and they had every opportunity to say something. For real. Like when 6ix9ine was going crazy. Yeah, he was 6ix9ine. He had was talking hella greasy about everybody, saying fuck everybody, fuck YG, this, that, and the third, doing everything for clout. But like nobody from the West was like, yo, F New York or too much East Coast, take licking or whatever the fuck, you know? Nobody said nothing. But like, why are you saying something now, Joey? Um, I don't know. He may not be ready. I feel like he may not be ready. People was really hating on the Ray Vaughn joint. Um, it's not my favorite. I like Daylight's better. Um, and in the comments, people was like, "Yo, this is dirt." A lot of people don't like it. Um, but I don't think they like his flow over that song. He's flowing really fast over the hard part 6 beat. But he's if you look at the lyrics and like pay attention, he's really saying a lot of things. And I feel like if he does come back on a different beat, he might go in. But that was just like his first jab, so that's like a teaser, you know. That's really a teaser. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from Rayvon. And I do feel like this is a good opportunity for people like Daylight, people like Rayvon. Damn, the pop out really did open, did bring a lot of opportunity because now I got people in the East Coast on their feelings, and now they taking shots, and now people from the West Coast that can rap, they can defend the West and get some spotlight. Kendrick really did help a lot of people out. He also, at the pop out, he brought people out who wasn't getting shine, put people on the GNX album. He's really holding it down like a real like West Coast king. Like I never seen anything like this. The pop out brought attention, the GNX album brought attention, and now people that wanted this, the artists on the West Coast to kind of defend themselves and get notoriety from it. Just go on YouTube right now, type in Joey Badass this, and you're gonna see all the responses to the rules is back. Yeah, you're gonna be some people that you've never heard from before, but I'll take a listen to some of those tracks, and they're not bad. They're not whack at all. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Yeah, people. I guess people just hate. Maybe K Dot was right. They don't like the West Coast. Um, but yeah. Oh, and another thing that I've seen while I was gone, Fat Joe has resigned from hosting the BET Awards, and we were talking about that within a couple lives ago, maybe like two live streams ago, and Fat Joe had made the nasty claim about Black Americans being racist and broke, etc. He has now stepped down from the BT Awards. He still did not mention, you know, mention his since the Math Hoffa interview. He still hasn't apologized, which we're not looking for that. Still hasn't addressed it, but he has resigned. He said he's gonna let Two Chains host it, but I think he was smart enough to like step down and depart from that role because he was definitely going to face some backlash, especially after making those claims. I think that was the smart thing for him to do. Um, I think FBA should still apply pressure to anybody disrespecting um, that lineage. Still apply pressure and be a loudspeaker for anyone being oppressed or disrespected. And any disrespecting the lineage. And that's really much it. It's January 11th, Saturday. I usually do this on Sundays and Fridays. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. This is Lowski the First. You're now watching Play That Back, the voice for emerging hip hop. We out of here. Peace.